What's up, everyone? I'm Lazy Cat Lady, and today I'm back with some more testing with new cards from Karlov Manor, from Karlov Manor. So the card I wanted to test today is Crime Novelist, and this is a really interesting card because it's like a value generator because it puts counters and makes you mana, but it also has an infinite combo that somebody from my food Discord pointed out. So the combo with this card is Crime Novelist, Animation Module, and Goblin Bombardment. So whenever you sacrifice an artifact, you get a counter on Novelist and make a red mana. Whenever you put a counter on a permanent you control, you can pay 1 for Animation Module and make a 1/1 artifact creature token. So you use the red mana from Novelist, you pay the 1, you get another 1/1, and then you sacrifice it with Goblin Bombardment to deal a damage to your opponent. So that's just an infinite damage loop where you can just kill your opponent on the spot. And I put this inside an existing archetype. I think Spike worked on this deck more like maybe a year and a half ago or so, which is like a Jund sacrifice list using like Oni Cult Anvil, Experimental Synthesizer, Ravenous Squirrel, and Cauldron and Oven to just generate a bunch of sacrificing artifact triggers and value. So this deck is pretty sweet. There's a lot of really high-level synergies here, and you also get to play Urza's Saga. The other nice thing is that Animation Module also synergizes really nicely with Ravenous Squirrel. You can just leave your mana up, and every time you sack something, you can make a 1/1 when you put a counter on Squirrel. So this is a pretty fun deck. The sideboard will probably need some work in the future. I kind of just slapped it together to counter some stuff I know will be in the meta. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into some matches and see how this fares against the modern metagame. Okay. Match 1, lost the die roll. Okay, we got Cat Oven, we got Novelist, and we got 2 Anvils. I think this is a pretty sweet hand. Let's go ahead and keep that. Wooded Foothills for the opponent. Amulet. All right, we're playing against Titan. That means we're going to want to be as fast as we can. Let's lead on Cat. Next turn we can probably play Oven Module or Oni Cult Anvil, depending on what we want to do. Ruh-roh. Okay, dang, they're probably just gonna go off next turn. So let's see, how do I want to play this? I can play Anvil and Bauble and get the trigger, or I can play Witch's Oven plus Module and set up to possibly be able to go off with Novelist next turn. I think that's the better line. So let's go ahead and shock, get the Module in play, and I'll play the Bauble out now, but I'm not planning on cashing it in yet. Hoping to just draw a land. We will need to top deck. Well, yeah, interesting. Well, with this in mind, what I might need to do, honestly, is Bauble on my end step. Because we need to draw a land plus Goblin Bombardment to be able to go off. Alright, let's see. My opponent might just, combo here, though. They got the 1 ring. Okay. Alright, we're not dead yet. I think we don't get the mana. Okay, easy block, and then sack. Yield to the end step. Bobble ourselves. We got a land. Come on, Goblin Bombardment. Off the top. Okay, just another saga. So... well, I'm going to play out Novelist. Let's... can we use the red... I mean, I guess I'll just do this now. It doesn't really matter. Turn you, make a red, trigger module. Let's pay. And now we can pass the turn. Got some chump blockers. They might just kill us here, but I think this is our best path forward. Still get to see how sweet Novelist is, though. You know, if we drew Goblin Bombardment there, they're just dead on the spot. We, you know, sack food, bring back Familiar, make a red, sack it again with Oven, bring it back, second red, cast Bombardment. Sack the Familiar, get a trigger. Oh, wait, no, Familiar, I forget the Familiar doesn't trigger Novelist because it's only artifacts. Okay. We know they got a bounce land, they got a bunch of mana, 6 cards in hand. I find it difficult to believe they won't have a Titan here. Probably just go get Valakuts and kill us. Explore. Okay, well that... oh my goodness. 2 extra lands. Alright, opponent. They're just making all their mana. I guess they could have, like, Cultivator Colossus, but that's just going to draw them into the Titan anyway. Okay, there's the Titan. I guess maybe they don't have enough lands to go the Valakut route, but they can still give it haste double strike. We might not be dead because we do have blockers. And I get to get a little more life gain off of the Familiar. Oh, they do get Valakuts. Okay. Maybe they just have another Titan. And then they can turn on the Valakuts. Colossus. Oh, this... 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. As long as they're targeting me, I mean 18. I can only gain 1 life. Yeah, I mean, well... alright, show me what you're targeting, opponent. Okay. Alright, they got us. Well, let's go to game 2. Alright, Titan. What do we have for Titan? Might want the Gal Blasts for the Dryads. Bring in the other Haywire for Urza's Saga and their amulets. Is there anything else that's even particularly strong against them? Oh, they play the One Ring. We could bring in a Needle for the One Ring. Okay, I think our combo is the best out that we have. So let's cut like a Ravenous Squirrel, an Anvil. Let's maybe cut 1 Familiar. And Synthesizer helps us run through our deck, so maybe Galvanic Blast just isn't the best sideboard, though. Let's just bring in... let's just bring in one Gal Blast. Let's just try to combo. Alright, we are looking for a combo hand. We got Novelist, we got a Bauble, we got Ravenous Squirrel. We don't really have any card draw, though. I mean, we have the Bauble, I guess. Might even want to lead on Saga. Get a Haywire Mite down as fast as possible. Or get a Module. I'll keep it. We can go ahead and try it. Yeah. I'll try to do that. Next turn we can Squirrel plus crack Bauble if we want to pump it. There's the Amulet. Okay. What you got coming up, opponent? A Saga. Alright, that's... we can deal with it, but it's a little bit scary. Okay, we got a Familiar, not what we really wanted to see. Interesting, they're not playing the Saga. Okay. That means I am free to get Haywire Mite unless I draw into the combo. Pithing Needle. Oh, well, they got me. Is there a use in floating a mana here? No. Let's get a Stomping Ground. Okay. I probably want to Needle the Ring here over playing Novelist. Just because I'm most scared of that. Alright, let's get Saga down. Let's ring, name the One Ring. And then we can get Cauldron Familiar down to... Alright. Please have a slow hand, opponent. Okay, they play the Saga. So we are one turn ahead on the Saga, so we can get Haywire Mite before they get access to their... Oh, there's Goblin Bombardment. Can I go off here? No, because I... Yeah, but I can... Let's cast Bombardment. Play Fetch Land... Get in for 3. Pass the turn. We can get Animation Module if they don't kill us this turn. And we got the combo. And it looks like they can't kill us, so hopefully they just don't have fetch. Don't need any more green. Draw for turn. See if we can combo. Okay. Get Animation Module. Okay. Sack Cauldron Familiar, and this is where the squirrel comes in real nice and handy. Yep. Okay. Save targets, hit you. Sack the servo, get triggers. The nice thing about this combo is you can just always yield to all your triggers. And now I can just run through it. Sack you, put the triggers on the stack. Okay. Well, looks like this is a W. All right, opponent scoops. All right, we made it to game 3 versus Titan. Let's see. I guess it's possible the Alpine Moons could be stronger, just to completely rule out Urza's Saga. And we can also name Valakut. Okay. All right, let's bring in the moons. I probably should have done that last time. I think maybe they're better than removing the threats. Let's do that. And cut a synthesizer maybe. All right, let's cut a synthesizer, submit the deck. Awesome. Well, got to see the combo. It's a sweet combo. I love this combo. Okay. Okay, we got 2 pieces of the combo. We got a Saga. Opponent mulligans. I think we just keep here. We can lead on Saga again and go for a Haywire Might to slow the opponent down. Ah, they get to lead on their Saga too. Okay. Another Novelist. Yeah, let's just go Saga, Module, yield through the turn. We just gotta hope to draw into Bombardment. Radiant Fountain. Cauldron Familiar. I think it makes more sense to lead on the squirrel. So let's go cast squirrel. Cast turn. Okay, how much mana can they have here? I mean, I guess they have to have their oh. Okay. I mean, I like to see that. All right, float a colorless. Let's go ahead and get Haywire Might. Now, I won't have the green if I get the Novelist in play, so we're going to hit your Amulet, get a trigger on Ravenous Squirrel, get a trigger on Module. I will pay the colorless, get rid of you, and then let's conserve our life total. Basic Swamp, Cauldron Familiar, hit you for 2. Okay. All right, we still gotta find some pieces, but we do have a nice clock, and the opponent is on 2 lands. I'm not sure what they have in their hand to justify doing it this way. Now we could play Novelist now, or I could lead on Anvil. I think it makes more sense to lead on Anvil. So let's shock Anvil. And now we can sack the servo, make a 1/1, get a counter, make another 1/1, get in for 4. Okay. All right. Well, I think we might just have, you know, the aggro sort of grind hand. Or they play Gruul Turf, balance Radiant Fountain for life. Now, can I kill them from 14? Ooh, Deadly Dispute is a great start. Okay, so here we can fetch shock, Novelist, and then we can sack a servo. Okay. I don't want to make these 1/1s at the moment. I want to be able to use Deadly Dispute. Okay. Sack Construct. Get a bunch more triggers. Come on, Goblin Bombardment. All right, no Goblin Bombardment. We can sack this to draw a card. 6. We got 7 damage. All right. What do I want to do? 6, 7. We can make it a little bit higher. They can have 4 mana next turn for the 1 ring. I think maybe I'm just going to play another Novelist. So let's sack for black, get a bunch more triggers. Or I guess I can make some more 1/1s. One or the other. I think I don't need the 1/1s right now. I'm going to cast another Prime Novelist. Hit you for 8, put you to 5. Got the opponent on the back foot. I think we should be okay here, unless they have a very, very explosive hand. Okay, they got the 1 ring. So I can't kill them immediately. Alright, let's yield through the turn. Okay, Onical Anvil says each opponent. So, how do I want to do this? Can I kill them in their upkeep? I'm going to need to draw a card here. So, let's play the Saga. Let's sack this 1/1, make a bunch of mana. Do I want to make one? I'm going to say no on these first triggers. Actually, no, I'll say yes to that one so I have a creature to sacrifice to. Okay, now let's go Ravenous Squirrel, red, black, green, sack a construct, make a bunch of more mana. Draw a card, just another squirrel. I don't have any green mana left, so let's cast the Novelist. Cast a squirrel, pass the turn. Opponent's going to go to 6. I don't think they have any Wrath effects, so I mean, I think we're pretty safe here, but another ring. All right, they got another ring. Oh, they shock. Interesting. Oh, they got Grazer. Okay. Makes sense. They got a bunch of cards in their hand, but now they're at 4. They're at 4. I got 1 drain with here, so they're at 3, basically. Bauble. Alright, well, let's see what's on top of my library. We really don't need all these 1/1s at the moment. Alright, what's on top? We gotta draw. Goblin Bombardment is on top. Alright, wow. We can kill them in their upkeep. So let's go red, green, black, sacrifice. Let's just sack Cauldron Familiar. Draw a card. Use that floating red mana. Cast Goblin Bombardment. Set a stop in their upkeep. And we can kill you at instant speed, my friend. Alright, and they see the writing on the wall. Hey, look at that. Comboed off on an Amulet. Got to do the combo twice against them. So I think this is pretty, you know, this is a good showing for this deck. And opponent is seeing how far they needed to draw to dig out of that one. Awesome. Okay, well, that's a super impressive match 1, I think. All right, let's, I don't, you know, it's a new deck. I don't have a lot of judgment, but Novelist looking so sweet. Okay, I think this is a much more powerful brew than the last one I was working on. So much synergy going on here. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, match 2. Lose the die roll. Let's see, what do we got? I don't think this hand is very good. You know, it doesn't really do much of anything until turn 3, and even then, there's not a lot of enabling pieces going on in this hand. I think we mulligan this. Ooh, no colored mana. We do have double bauble. Okay, maybe this is keepable. Maybe the Witch's Oven being the weakest card in the hand. Yeah. And if we top deck something that can cast Squirrel, we can make a 3/3 Squirrel. Let's get rid of that upkeep stop. Okay. Alright, let's play you. I want to see what my top card is. If it's a land, I won't bother sacking the other bauble. It's a Saga. I think here I just cash them both in. I want to have as many looks at actual colored lands as I can. Alright. We got some other nice pieces. Need to find a nice colored mana source. We could also find... Well, no. Springleaf Drum doesn't really help. Okay. Chuckles nervously. Okay, some form of maybe like 4-color control. Probably holding up Leyline Binding. Come on, land. Oh, ice. Okay. Another. Well, we got plenty of sagas. Next turn we can get Springleaf Drum or Bauble or I mean, I'll probably just get animation module. All right, play Fire Ice. It could be 4-color rhinos. I guess Control also sometimes plays Fire Ice, but come on, land. Ah, yes. Okay, all right. Flow to colorless. I think well, Springleaf Drum gets me, well, we have more, that's right, we have more. Okay, let's get the drum now. We can get animation module on the next saga, but this gets me access to more colored mana. So let's go crack. I think if they had if they had Tidebinder, I would have thought they would have done that earlier. Get a Blood Crypt. Let's see if we can resolve Ravenous Squirrel. Okay, then let's cast Novelist. All right. Next turn we can get animation module and synthesizer plus Oni Cult Dig for Goblin Bombardment. Okay. Kill the squirrel. Okay, Dead Gone tells me it's definitely rhinos. Okay. Good news is they're not hitting us with rhinos this turn. Other good news is that they don't have a 3 damage spell to kill Novelist, but they might have Leyline Binding. Let's heal through this turn. But we have a backup Novelist. And we can get if they do, we can get a Haywire Might. Use the Springleaf Drum to tap it for green, get the Novelist back. We got lots of nice options here. I'm already obsessed with this card. This is an uncommon 3-mana 1/3 that completely blows up. All right, 20 lands, reminding me why Springleaf Drum is absolutely necessary. Okay, interesting. All right, well, we've successfully slowed them down. All right, what do we got? What do we got? No, good, another colored source. That's what we really kind of needed. Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's get the animation module. And now we've got... Can we... If we play Novelist, we can't also play Anvil. I could potentially play Synthesizer first. See what we hit. If they bounce this to my hand, I don't know. Maybe I should just play it back out. Okay. All right. Next turn we can make Construct. We can Synthesizer, Anvil. Nonsense. Do they have perhaps Subtlety? isn't interesting if they subtlety. I'm not sure if I put it on top or not. Because we have another one, but it's also just a really good draw. Okay, okay. It's tough. They're pretty low on cards. I think we have another one in hand, so I think we can put it on the bottom. They've got little to nothing going on here. So next turn we can probably make construct. And then do some nonsense. Okay. Passing the turn, 3 cards in hand. They could have Violent Outburst. Another Synthesizer. I think here I just want to make a construct. If they have rhinos... Excuse me. If they have... Oh, and they don't have rhinos. Wow. A rhino-less rhinos deck. Alright, well, they draw one. Let's keep track of that. Okay. Deadly Dispute. I'd really like to draw a land here, but I think just putting pressure on them with the constructs is going to be a lot better. Let's do that. Okay, we can get a Witch's Oven, we can get a Bauble, we can get Haywire Might. Knowing that they play Leyline Binding makes me want to get the Might, but getting the Bauble means I can get an extra mana off of Novelist next turn. So let's just get Bauble. If they have it, I don't want to walk into, and I just got blockers, so don't need to get aggressive. I think we're ahead right now. Let's just pass the turn. I guess we could have tapped a construct, made red, and hit Synthesizer looking for a land, but I'd rather just play it a little bit slow. Okay, they got 4 spells in hand, seemingly. Draw for turn. What do we hit? Ravenous Squirrel. I say we lead on Synthesizer. Look for a land. And if not, hopefully be able to cast whatever we hit off of this. This deck actually makes some pretty impressive constructs. Synthesizer is such a sweet card. Okay. Not the best. Not the best. We could cast Squirrel. And then tap it to cast the backup animation module. I think I'll go for that. If we don't get to cast the animation module, that's also okay. Might subtlety this. Okay. Making some real big constructs. They still don't get out of getting double blocked by rhinos. So I still just want to play conservatively here. Really what I want to see is them have to tap out for rhinos. Okay. All right. A land takes out our one construct. Rhino's coming down in 2 turns. Opponent at a very healthy life total. All right, they top deck a land. Okay. Now we can potentially go Crime Novelist into Sack Bauble. Please land. Please land. Oof, yes. All right. Yeah, let's just go for it. Novelist. And then what do we want to do? Sack for red. Let's see what you're drawing. I want to use this mana to cast Deadly Dispute, so I'm not going to make these quite yet. Forgot I had 2 modules. Oh my goodness. Alright, what you got cooking, opponent? Leyline Binding on top. Alright. Let's... sack. What do I want to sack? I guess I can just sack the synthesizer. I'm not necessarily going to be able to play the card, but I might be able to. Oh my goodness, all these triggers. Let's just always yield. Alright, exile 1, then draw 2. Make a treasure. Okay. I probably just want to lead on the anvil then. Alright, let's sack for black. Have an extra red mana, so I'll make one of these here. I'll say yes. Pay with the red. No, and then let's cast the anvil. Okay, all right. You gonna counter this? All right, counters the anvil, but now we can get in with the construct, start pressuring their life total. They got the binding, so they can get rid of our construct, but we got a 4/4 squirrel, a 4/6 Novelist. We got value galore and a handful of wonderful cards. Bauble's nice. They might even, well, I don't know what they're going to do here. They got no blockers. They might have to, I don't know what they're going to do. Just another Footfalls. We know they got the binding, so they got binding 1 unknown. Got 13. I've got so much power in play, it's ridiculous. Exile the squirrel, okay. We got 1 card left. I got a bunch of power in play. Ooh, Stomping Ground's a great draw. Okay, let's shock. We can lead on Novelist, and then, well, let's play the Bauble first. Bauble first. Cast our other Novelist. Sack Bauble, make 2 red. See what you're drawing. Don't need to do these yet. We will be sacrificing more artifacts. Just to land on top. All right, let's go. Let's lead on the synthesizer. See if we can find Goblin Bombardment. We got 10 power in play. Anvil makes 11. Ooh, and that's their last card. Okay. Let's do this. Let's tap this creature for red. Sack it. Get a bunch of triggers. And now we will be making these. And I think that's lethal. Yep. All right. Look at that. 6/8 Crime Novelist. 9/9 Construct. Easy peasy. I guess our opponent was not pleased with drawing a bunch of lands. Whoa, oof. Oof. Okay, alright, rhinos. I feel like I overlooked this matchup in my sideboarding, which makes sense because I really did just throw this together. We know they have Leyline Binding. I feel like Gear per Ether Grid can be good. I think we go like this. Extra removal for Leyline Binding. They probably could play Teferi Time Raveler, but I'm not sure I really care about that. We got so many big creatures that can block their stuff. I think the combo is pretty good. So yeah, let's see. Let's just bring in those two. Let's maybe cut an oven, cut a familiar. I think those are some of the weaker cards. Yep, let's try it like that. Bunch of baubles and a squirrel. I think I'll say yes to this hand. We got the animation module, so you know, we can start making 1/1s in a couple turns. I'm loving it. They play Tidebinder, so let's, you know, use our fetch on turn 1 and potentially 2 if they don't hold up mana. If they don't have removal for this squirrel, definitely keep. All right, we both got 7. Although I guess there's also justification for okay. Ooh, bombardment. Okay, well, let's cast our bubbles first. I do want to just fetch. Cast squirrel. In response to their, I want to play around Dead Gone, so in response to their fetch, I will sack these baubles. What do I got on top? Another squirrel. It doesn't matter what they have on top, so it's going to get shuffled away. Okay. Played around Dead Gone. They could still have Leyline Binding, but that's totally fine. We got 2 of the combo pieces that go with Novelist. We're drawing some more cards here. Got the other Squirrel, Blood Crypt. Okay. Not great draws, but... Okay. Binding. Okay. Ooh, Saga. Oh, that's sick. Okay, well, let's go to combat. If they want a binding, I want to see that happen. Give them as little information as possible. Play the Saga. Get down our module and our Squirrel. And then we can start making constructs that will be pretty good blockers, maybe in 2 turns. Fetching now, they might have rhinos. We'll definitely have to take a big hit. Oh, they just suspend Footfalls. Opponent over here has, unfortunately for them, it had several very slow hands, I think. Okay, they get the Squirrel off the table, but that's okay. They only got 3 cards in hand. Ooh, nice to see this Anvil, too. Let's, do I want to just get this other fetch out of the way? I don't really want to go to 13, though. Yeah, let's just play the basic. And speaking of Tidebinder, I guess I could just make the construct now. If they have Teferi, I don't want them to be able to bounce it. I guess Tidebinder countering it is, like, okay. It's not the best, but not the worst. Alright, potentially they have 4 mana up. That makes me think maybe like Dead Gone plus Violent Outburst or Binding plus Outburst. Most likely I'm just making construct tokens here, though. That seems like the most, you know, useful way to spend my mana here. Now, what do I want to get? Oh, I guess I can get Haywire Might, and then play Fetch Land, hold up removal for that Binding. We don't have a Cauldron Familiar, so I think that's the correct play. I'm not going to get in for attacks because I do not want to have to deal with losing these to rhinos. Okay, Cyclorian revealed, and they will reveal Basic Island. Nothing else. Sheesh. Back to 4 cards for opponent. One of them is an island. Okay, that's what they play. Murktide. Scary. Well, 5/5 Murktide. I guess it's not the scariest, but it's a little bit scary. Let's just fetch Stomping Ground tapped. 2 cards in hand for opponent. Synthesizer. I was gonna go Bombardment Anvil, but I feel like Synthesizer makes a lot more sense as the leading play. Pumps the constructs, sets me up for some draws. Alright, what do we got? Springleaf Drum. Alright, I'm totally fine with that. Okay, let's go red. Tap you for black. Cast the Anvil. What do I want to do here? If I attack and they have rhinos and they don't block, I'm just dead. Right? That's exactly 13. I have a drain, but I think I just pass here. Plus I can sack Haymar Might, get back the squirrel, and then next turn I can start pumping that. And then I'll have enough blockers and attackers, I think, to safely start getting in with one of these constructs. I could just be playing the deck incorrectly, but Ardent Plea. Alright, they got their rhinos. They can get in for 6 now with this Exalted trigger. Okay. So I do need to find a way to deal with this Murktide before it's too late. Go to 7. All right. Let's get back our squirrel. Okay. Oh, there's the Novelist. If they don't have a counter spell. Yep. We got it. Sack Synthesizer. Okay, I mean, play that Saga. Okay, I mean, opponent make us click through it, but all right. Winning is fun, opponent. I agree. Okay, I think now we can save targets. Click through it. Let's stack these. Oh, dang, we got to combo. We got to combo every match with this deck, which makes me think that this is quite a consistent combo. Got plenty of time on the clock. Just got to click through a couple more triggers. All right, opponent scoops. That is a win against 4-color Rhinos. 2-0 so far. Deck looking streamlined as anything. I love me some triggers, gotta say. Yeah, I think, you know, so I don't have anything in the sideboard for that match, but Constructs, Novelist, Squirrel all get big super quick in this deck and are just able to lock down the opponent's Rhinos. That was a slow game, I think, you know, but we did go 2-0. I think opponent could have gotten a win in there somewhere, and we might have still been able to get away with it in the third game. But yeah, that was really fun. I'm having a blast with this deck. This is sweet. Let's go on to the next one. Alrighty, winning the die roll for match 3. Looks like our opponent's got a companion. Let's see what we're looking at. Alright, it's Yagantha. Could be a lot of different things. We got Oven, Familiar, Squirrel. This looks like a wonderful, wonderful hand to me. I'm going to keep this. Real question for me right now is what to lead on. I could lead on Witch's Oven. Oh, interesting. Leyline. So this is mono green. Oh, no, it could be Zoo. Okay, it could be Zoo. Interesting. Okay, well, I think it's probably best to just lead on the Squirrel. And next turn we can go Cat, Drum, Oven. Okay, that's going to be my plan. I'm okay with drawing a third land, so I'll just play that first. Okay, Plains, interesting. They could just have Leyline Binding up here. Dang. Okay. Alright, Blood Crypt. That means we can probably fetch a green land here. So, let's do this. Cast the Drum. Cast the Cat. Cast the Oven. I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll have binding here, but... Oh, Stubborn Denial. Interesting. Okay. Unfortunate, but we still got the Squirrel, and we don't have Cat Oven going, but next turn we can play the animation module. Then we just need to start finding a sack outlet. Sacred Foundry. Alright, what's our opponent getting up to here? Nothing? Oh. Okay. Confused? Goblin Bombardment. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, let's shock. Let's cast the Bombardment. See what's going on. Cast Module. Opponent could have another Stubborn Denial. I mean, it's definitely Domain. But really hard to know what they've got in their hand. This is a pretty new, with the ley line, you know, definitely opens up some interesting options. Okay. What you gonna try to exile? Probably the Squirrel. Oh, the Bombardment. I think I just let this happen. There's really no point in sacking Familiar. Because we're not gonna get a trigger on Module anyway. Next turn we can, you know, maybe sack Familiar. Ooh, Bolt. Alright, well they got plenty of interaction here. Got him down to 3 cards, but we are empty-handed. Next turn probably will be a Bayagantha turn. We do have a 1 main deck Haywire Might. Might come in handy. Alright, they got a Brawler. It's funny having everything be multicolored. Ooh, that's a much better draw, though. Alright, let's lead on that. Another Synthesizer. Alright, we'll play another Synthesizer. And a Bombardment. A for red. Alrighty. Pass the turn. Next turn we can maybe just sack a Synthesizer and make a 2/2. We're gonna have to take 5 here. Yikes, now everything is gonna have, right, hexproof. Whew. Well, this is scary. Now I gotta find Haywire Might just to turn off all this stuff. Oh, dang, and they got lifelink too. Alright, we'll probably need to find the combo here. I mean, we're kind of 1 card away from the combo. Just another Cauldron Familiar. So, next turn we're taking 9, so we're not dead yet. We can either sack a Synthesizer and dig 1 card deep. Because I don't think just playing Familiar is really good at all. Alright. Let's sack a Synthesizer. Hopefully hit a 1-drop. Okay. Well, not a great 1-drop, but I'll take it. Alright, drain you for 1, opponent. We have drawn into all our cats. No, not all our cats. Okay. First strike, hexproof, lifelink, vigilance. Trample. They got Bolt, we're just dead. Or Tribal Flames. Alright, Tribal Flames. GG, opponent. Okay, let's see. What do we have for this? Definitely need to be able to remove that ley line in case they have the Scion of Draco. Probably want the Ether Grid and the Gal Blasts to be able to handle some of their threats. Okay, let's see. I think the Familiars are pretty weak here. Most of their stuff is going to have Trample. Yeah, let's cut a Familiar, cut an Oven. Maybe cut second Familiar, second Oven. I think that's the weakest part against them, so I think it's okay to just trim that down. Okay, now we know what we're up against. Hopefully we can get like a combo hand going maybe. This deck is definitely another one that got a big piece from Karlov Manor. Pretty cool ley line. I thought I was only going to see that in like devotion lists, but seeing it in domain is pretty cool too. Okay, probably my sideboard needs some more artifact enchantment hate. Not sure exactly what is the best there. I do have the green splash, so I can play like I can't remember the name of the spell. Like I could play a Boseiju, but Boseiju's kind of bad. I would love to play first. This is a very bad hand. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Okay, Saga's pretty good. Module, Saga, Anvil, I think is not bad. So, I think we can keep this. Keep this Bottom of Blood Crypt. And then just plan on getting some artifacts out, making some big constructs. Yeah, the leyline really powering up. I feel like Scion of Draco was really good, but I think it was a lot weaker before the leyline. Like the leyline really makes it go a little bit more into the like, you know, over the top range where it can go over some decks with just, you know, these creatures that you can't interact with. Which is pretty awesome. All right. Tribal Flames OP. Now you can just Tribal Flames on with 2 lands and like that was they had 2 land types that entire game. That's pretty wild. And we're still able to do all that. It's unfortunate. I really would want to get the Anvil down before I have to start making constructs, but then I would have to wait to play the Saga until turn 3 and not make constructs till turn 4 and 5. I mean, we'll see what they lead on. I'm definitely going to lead on the module. Probably basic swamp module will go. I want to conserve our life total against the aggro deck as much as possible. Okay, let's keep this bottom Blood Crypt like we said. Want access to our stomping ground. Oh, they got the ley line again. Alright, another fast start from the opponent. Scary. Module, go. Turn 1 leyline is really quite scary. Okay, tapped land, that at least is fine. Okay, another module. Okay, then I'll wait on the anvil. Next turn, probably shock Blood Crypt, make construct. That'll be the plan. Also, they don't even have to fetch here. Sheesh. Okay, right now it just has trample. Ooh, ravenous squirrel. Go ahead. So next turn we might not make a construct. We could go get something to trigger anvil and squirrel and make a couple 1/1s off of the, or make a 1/1 off of the module triggers, like maybe get Bauble. Unfortunately, you're probably gonna have to take 5 here. Go to 13. And then just hope they don't have extensive removal for my constructs. That's the hope. Sometimes you just gotta hope in Modern. There's so many like broken hands that you can have with the top decks. This is giving major for me Painter's Servant vibes because of all the gold cards. It's like it's really weird. Leyline of the Guild Pact. Weird card. Yeah, I think this deck lines up really well against us, so I wouldn't be surprised if we don't win this matchup. The ability, like, this deck's strength is particularly chump blockers it's a lot better at, as opposed to like big threats. So, you know, we haven't had fast starts either of these games so far, and, you know, Brawler has trample, so, you know, we can't just like loop a familiar or block with the 1/1s from Oni Cult Anvil. I guess we probably want to get Haywire Might, though, and not mess with... I don't want to let this ley line sit around for too long. I mean, they can still get all 5 colors, but I think it'll probably slow them down a lot more than... a lot more than me just, you know, maybe drawing a card will. Off of a bauble. Opponent doing nothing for a bit. Opponent knows they've got enough time to, you know, kick my butt. What's the inactivity time? I feel like it's like 5 minutes or something like that. Alright, there we go. Plays a Strand. Plus then we'll force them to fetch these fetch lands. Do I want to try to trade with this Brawler? Let's see if they attack. Okay. I mean, I'd rather just take the damage. If they have a lightning bolt, they're going to bolt in the end step anyway. But this plays around Tribal Flames. I mean, you know. Not exactly sure on that one. This card's also quite interesting. Oh wait, it doesn't make your spells multicolored. No, never mind. I was gonna say, I keep wanting to play a deck with General Rokrick, but I think it's just a little weak compared to the other stuff that you can do with like similar synergies. Another Brawler, that's scary. That's very scary. You could hold up Stubborn Denial or Leyline Binding here. Yeah, geez, Dominaria United was just really powerful upgrades for this domain deck. What you got, opponent? Prismatic Ending, a module. Okay. This seems kind of like a waste of ending. I feel like you should just save it for one of these constructs that I'm about to make. Okay, oh, top deck Novelist. I don't think we can kill our opponent, but if we get Bauble, we can maybe Right, we have 4 mana. Well, if I can make a 3/3, make a 4/4. Because I can only make the constructs 4/4s. But I'd have to sack 3 artifacts to make the Novelist be able to do some nonsense. I think I want to get the Novelist in play. Let's float a colorless. Let's get... Guess we could get Haywire Might or Bauble. This is tough. Tough choices here. I feel like I just got to get Bauble. Okay, play you. Got a shock, unfortunately, so let's get the green source. Colorless, black, red. Now we can bauble you, make a red. Do I want to just make a 1/1? I think I wanted to play Anvil, so I'm going to say no. Just got to land on top. Okay. Okay, draw another squirrel. We just have to survive this turn. I think I could have played that last turn differently. Probably what I should have done is played squirrel, sacked bauble, made 1/1, and then had a 2/2 squirrel, and an extra 1/1, and then just had more blockers. Because right now I think I'm going to end up having to block a brawler with construct, take 8, and hope they don't have bolt or because I don't want to. I think our only out is, you know, comboing with Novelist. I mean, next turn we can go, if we survive, we can play the squirrels. We don't have an artifact to sack. We would have to sack the module, but then we won't get the triggers. Also, probably should have just gotten Haywire Might to gain some life. There were so many options that last turn. Definitely will need a lot more practices with this deck just to better understand the lines, because there's so many decisions. I mean, I would usually think that if my opponent's sitting here like this, they're, you know, they've got some complex, you know, complexities going on, but our opponent's been kind of taking little thinky breaks for the whole match, so could be anything. I mean, if they have Leyline Bolt or Tribal Flames, we're just dead. Okay. Right, because, like, Tribal Flames, the Novelist. Shoot. Okay. Rather unfortunate. Okay. Our opponent's really just sitting there. Okay, I mean, we can survive. So I guess I gotta do this. Go to 1. We have to make 6/6 squirrels. I don't think that's going to be happening here. Deadly Dispute. Can we draw into the combo? I don't think we can. Like, I could play squirrel, sack squirrel, no mana left. Even if we draw a land and have the treasure, I don't think there's anything we can do. And I can't get both squirrels in play before doing nonsense. So we do have the we have galvanic blasts. I think I have to sack the module. Make a 1/1 off Oni Cult and hope to hit Gal Blast. Okay, well that's not it. Okay, well, that is going to be GG. Nice matches, but, you know, couldn't quite get there. I can go to 2, but all I can do is put forth a chump blocker. That's not going to cut it. All right, GG opponent. Getting the quick loss to Domain Zoo. Yeah. I mean, probably if that deck's going to be around more, I will need to be prepared for that a bit more. But I think the interaction and aggression that deck has just lines up really well against this archetype. So I think that's just going to be kind of a bad matchup for us. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right. Match 4. Losing the die roll. See what we got. Okay, got Novelist, Module. We got a Deadly Dispute. Plus Saga. I think this is an okay hand. Let's keep it. Probably we'll just be doing some Saga stuff for the first couple turns. Alright, oof, we're up against Zoo again. It's kind of scary. Alright. Let's get Module down first. I guess, well, even if we draw Cauldron Familiar, we'll be able to Witch's Oven plus Familiar next turn, so. Alright, get yourself a 3/3 Nakatl. Jeez, playing against Zoo again, such an aggressive deck. This is definitely scary. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to Deadly Dispute any of this stuff away. I could have seen playing Witch's Oven first and just Deadly Disputing this turn, and then trying to... Alright, take 7, go to 8. This might be a quick game 1. Alright, they're also Leyline. Dang, having to play this twice in a row and losing the die roll this time. Not feeling super confident about this. Okay, well, we just gotta hope to top deck combo next turn. I gotta block a Nakatl with this construct. Oh. Okay, we're dead. Wait, no, now I can chump block. I can chump the Kavu. But they might just have other removal. Guess we'll find out. Show me the bolt. Show me the bolt. Okay, I mean, bolt, helix, tribal flames. There's so much stuff that kills us here. Oh, leyline binding. Yep. All right. Well, that was that was very fast. Okay. Removal. We want the might, and I'm honestly wondering if I should be bringing in the Sire Ginger, not because they have planeswalkers, but just because I can trigger it a bunch and make it something that can block. I think that's a possibility. Let's see. Let's cut an oven, cut a familiar, cut an anvil, cut maybe cut a module. I could see module or cutting another familiar. I think all those are fine. Let's try that. Okay. Please no leyline. All right, no colored sources. We have a bauble. But that's only 2 looks at another land. I think we got to mulligan that. Only 1 land. Oof. But it has some of the combo pieces. It's kind of risky. Going to 5 doesn't seem great either. It's tough. They're such a fast deck, though. Phew. This is tough. Do I have a better 5? I probably have a better 5. Alright, keep. Let's bottom a dispute. Let's just bottom the disputes and plan on anvil. Alright. We got a plan. Oh, they got the ley line. I'll just cast this now. I don't think they play Thoughtseize effects, but might as well. If I draw a 3rd land, okay, I don't. Ooh, but now we got the squirrel too. I think Anvil's just going to set us up better here. Let's sack Bauble, see what they're drawing, get a trigger, make a 1/1. They got a Ragavan coming down. Wonderful. Okay, another Anvil, not really what I wanted to draw, but definitely a much better start. Hopefully we can just draw a land. If we draw a land, we could potentially Squirrel plus Anvil, and then sack the construct. Ooh, binding. I'm guessing they binding the Anvil, but I can just sack it to its own ability. Yeah. Sacrifice itself. We got another one. Okay. Just gonna play out the Ragavan maybe. Yep. Golden Ragavan. Ooh, Springleaf Drum. So we could drum plus Anvil, sack construct, make another one. I think that's pretty nice. And then next turn, we'll potentially have 3 mana. to be able to get Novelist in play and start making some mana, or we'll just get Squirrel in play and start trying to get it out of bolt range. Okay. It is really funny seeing these gold cards with the, but then just their normal mana symbol up in the corner. It looks very out of place. Okay, Kavu. Okay, they're not attacking into the 1/1. That's wonderful. Oh, they are attacking. Oh. Can't decide. Okay. Synthesizer. I could cast Novelist, sack the construct, make a red, cast the synthesizer. Or I can go like Squirrel. I feel like they have a piece of removal, you know, and I feel like I would rather the Squirrel get the removal. So let's lead on Synthesizer, see if we can hit a land. Ooh, Goblin Bombardment. Okay, I'll play that because now I can just kill their Ragavan and get another 1/1. Okay. Go ahead. Now I can chump the Kavu, sack it with the Anvil, and then maybe we can untap and do some Novelist shenanigans. If we hit another land particularly. It'd be really nice to sack the Synthesizer next turn. Alright, this setup is looking a lot better than last game. Alright, dash the Ragavan. I mean, I don't really want them hitting with the Ragavan. I feel like I can take 5. I'm at 22. I'd rather trade here. And I'm okay missing out on one Anvil trigger to get another threat out of play. Okay. There's the Scion. Okay, that's very scary. Weird to not just... Oh, they must have drawn it off the Kavu trigger. Okay. Okay, draw for turn. Wonderful. Hit the Saga. Alright. I guess I can go Squirrel into Novelist. It's got Trample, First Strike. I gotta try to make the Novelist at least a... Can I get 3 sack triggers? I can get 1, 2... 3. I guess I can sack the Squirrel. Okay, so I will lead on Squirrel. Alright. Play you. Sack the Synthesizer. See if we can hit some stuff. Alright, no, got a Familiar. Can't cast that, unfortunately. Okay. Guess we'll just have to pass the turn. Oh, but sacking the Squirrel with the Bombardment doesn't... Okay, I'll just have to... I'll have to take some damage, but we can... I guess I just got to take the 9, put me to 9. They only got 2 cards in hand, so they're going to gain so much life here. All right, they pitch in the Coddle. I do not want to block with anything. I will go to 9 and hope they don't have double territorial not territorial, double tribal flames. Green, white. All right, they got a brawler. That I can potentially handle. Okay. Just another land, not what I wanted to see. Okay, how should I approach this? I don't have oh, I can tap the construct for green. Oh, they all have hexproof. I forgot they all have hexproof. Dang. I can sacrifice something. Oh, I guess I might just need to make a construct. Make a construct. I can sack an artifact, get a drain, go to 10, make another 1/1, 3/3, 5/5. Okay, I mean, I'll start on this. Okay. Make a red, get a counter. Okay. Dang. I just don't think I'm still kind of new with this deck. All right, we'll be able to sack the construct plus potentially the construct we make. That'll make Squirrel a 5/5 Novelist big enough to trade with either the or not trade, to kill the Kavu or the Brawler. So I think we're gonna be okay here. Discard the ley line. Okay. That's a 4/4. So construct is going to become a 3/3 if I sack this one. That means it can trade with the Brawler, and I can take 2/6, and then I can put Novelist in front of the Kavu. If I sack both of these, this becomes a 5/5. Okay. Let's go to blocks. Block here. Block here. Block like that. They're going to kill the Squirrel, but we'll get the Kavu and the Brawler off the battlefield. And then next turn, as long as everything survives, we'll be able to get, combo. So hoping for no major removal here. All right. Ping you. Get the Novelist out of range. Okay. Any more effects, opponent? Okay. Ah, dang it. They got binding. Ah. Jeez. Well, whatever you target, you're going to target the Novelist. I mean, I can get Haywire Might off the Saga, but then I don't have anything else. And even if I sack the Novelist here. The squirrel's gonna die to first strike damage. Jeez. Dang. I think I just have to let this happen. Take 1, 2, 3. Take 7, go to 3. Hope to top deck a Might, I guess. It might just have Bolt anyway. Alright, come on. Familiar. I don't think that does it. Get Haywire Might. Get the Novelist back. I don't have any draws, right? Yeah. Okay. This deck is this domain zoo is scary as anything. I mean, jeez. I don't even know if I can survive, but I'll try. Get you back. Cast you. Don't need this Springleaf Drum anymore. I don't know, Bayaganta. I think I'm just dead, but I'll pass the turn. I haven't done the math yet. Either way, I'll just let them show me the door. Right, if I block, yeah, they just have the first strike trample stuff. Jeez, this Leyline Scion of Draco stuff is gross. Certifiably. Right, because I got 4, 5, I got 6 toughness, they've got 9, 14 damage. Yeah. Well. Okay. Nothing we could really do there. This deck, I think, is just gonna stomp us. Okay. Yeah, we played that one last time. Definitely this deck could use some more well, I mean, it's a combo deck, you know, I say it could use more interaction, but if they didn't have binding there, we would have just gotten to untap and combo. So I think is pretty close matches, all things considered. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the next one. All right, match 5, won the die roll. Nice to see. Got Squirrel, Bauble, Synthesizers. I think this is keepable. We got a couple extra looks off the Synthesizer and Bauble for another land. All right, let's see if we can get a 3/2 RK opponent. Mulligans to 5. Looks like a lot of people running around with this new domain list. Okay. Let's get Squirrel down. I'm going to stop in their upkeep. In case they're a Thoughtseize deck, I don't want to draw that extra card right now. All right, let's see what opponents got. Chalice. Oh no. Oh no. Chalice is so good against our hand and our deck in general. They're going to be able to Chalice on 1 next turn. Oh no. Oh, it's scary. We really need to hit another land. Alright, got the land. Do I want a synthesizer then? Or do I want to get this familiar down? Probably I want to get the synthesizer down. This can get me a card in the future if because they're definitely going to get this chalice down next turn, and I'm not going to. Well, thankfully I have this saga, so I can find the Haywire Might as long as I don't draw it. Honestly, yeah, I'll play that now. Now I can get access to my green mana. I really should probably be playing one Overgrown Tomb over the second Stomping Ground, because I'd rather play the Familiar here. But I need the green mana. Okay. Do I want to play the other synthesizer? No. Okay, so we'll be able to just play Goblin Bombardment next turn. Oh no, they got the Dismember? Dang. Okay, well, you know. Tron is going to be an interesting matchup. Oh, Eldrazi Tron. And they're not casting the Chalice? That is interesting. Alright. Oh, sweet. Okay, we got Bauble, which means we can look at our top card before making a decision about what we want to do. It's a swamp. I don't want to play a land. So we're going to go Saga, Bombardment, Familiar, go. Draw that swamp off the top. I don't really want this Matter Reshaper dying, so I don't think I'm going to be blocking. Yep, expected that. Don't know why they didn't do that last turn. Seems like a major mistake. Because I can block sack. Maybe that's better. Okay. I just need this game to go as long as possible. Oh, wait, hold up. Choose the targets first. Okay. Definitely get to make Construct this turn. Ooh, and got the Witch's Oven too. Sweet. So we're just going to play Witch's Oven. Oh, no we're not. I remember Chalice. I literally have been talking about this for the first 4 turns of the game. Do I want to block here? No, my Construct's going to be much better than their Matter Reshaper. They have not hit a land. Okay, well I made the mistake with the oven, but now we can go get Haywire Might. Definitely just want to make another Construct here. Let's go grab the Haywire Might. Alrighty. Let's just get in for 4. I don't have to sack the, Haywire Might unless they really want to interact with it and waste one of their removal spells. I'm just going to wait because I can hold up a blocker for this Matter Reshaper. Mind Stone, okay. Okay, we got another Familiar. We got 8 power in play. Yeah, so now I guess I can get into combat first. Cauldron Familiar drains them. Can I kill the Matter Reshaper? I'd probably have to see what I hit off of one of these. I don't think I need to rush on that. Let's just get in. We can even attack with Haywire Might, because if they want to block that, I can just sack it now. They're going to do that. Okay. What do they reveal? Dismember. What does Matter Reshaper's ability do? Okay, so they have a Dismember in hand right now. Okay, pass the turn. Don't want to let this construct die by sacking the Haywire Might now. I can just deal with it on their turn. They can't really pay this. Yeah, if they dismember. Yeah, okay. Alright, Eldrazi Tron. We do have some nice stuff for here. We got the Charmaws. Those are going to be great. We got the Alpine Moons. They're probably a Karn deck. So Sire Ginger's an option. Probably want a Pithing Needle. And if they're a Chalice deck, we definitely want the other Haywire Might to get off Saga in case we draw one of them. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see what's not going to be good against them. The combo is going to be good. I think Familiar Oven is going to be subpar, and I think my evaluation as I've been playing these games is that that is kind of one of the weakest parts of this deck, so I might try to restructure it, see if I can find a better way to do that. Ravenous Squirrel, are you really powerful or are you not super powerful? Maybe we can cut a squirrel, cut an anvil, cut a dispute, cut a bauble. I think bauble's pretty strong. Let's cut a bauble. All right, submit. Charmaws plus Alpine Moons should really help in this matchup. So that's what I would like to see. It's not what I see, but we do have a Saga and an Anvil and the modules. Opponent begins with 7. I feel like since this is Tron, I really want something better than this. I think I can mulligan. Maybe this is a little bit better. We got Sire Ginger. We got the Sagas. What do I want to bottom here is really the question. Maybe the Might, maybe the Sire Ginger. I think keep bottom Might is okay. Might just want to turn Sire Ginger into a threat and force them to interact with it, even if they don't put a Planeswalker down. Hopefully they do not have Chalice, but we do have some 2-drops. Got double Saga. Mind Stone, okay. Cauldron Familiar. They might just have Tron coming up here. It's a little bit scary. Honestly, I'm just going to lead on the Sire Ginger. Let's find out. Because if they don't have interaction for this, I with the Synthesizer Dispute, I can kind of blow this up real fast. They could have the Nat Tron here. They do not. They got Karn. Okay. All right. Are you going to downtick? If so, that Karn is immediately dead. Okay, they do not. Anvil. Now I could go like Familiar Dispute. I could Synthesizer Dispute and get a trigger on Sire Ginger and just try to kill this Karn before they can get a card with it. That's tough though, because constructs are so strong too. I feel like I can let them have a card with it and just make a construct. I just want to evaluate. So let's hit it down to 3. Let's build a little bit more of a board presence, I think, before I want to make a decision. Keep it with hexproof, you know. They still can't kill the Sire Ginger. I guess they could get like a bridge here. All right, what you getting, friend? And I mean, I can get removal for bridge. They get the 1 ring. Okay, play the 1 ring. Well, I'm definitely just going to be tacking down Karn, getting a Haywire Might. Although I guess I don't have green mana right now. That's kind of troubling. Okay, still no green mana. How do I want to play this? Do I want another construct? I probably just want another construct. I mean, I'm pressuring their life total after this ring is gone. Although I guess it isn't gone yet. It isn't gone yet. Are they going to respond? Ooh, okay. I can just get the 1 ring then. Or I'm sorry, I can needle the 1 ring. That's better. The 1 ring. All right, let's play another Saga. Let's keep the fun going. And they have protection, so we just get to attack everything at Karn. Karn the Great Creator, bye-bye. Okay. Got a lot of power in play. Next turn we could potentially do some nonsense with Synthesizer, Dispute, and Anvil and get a bunch of sack triggers. Build our artifacts out. Like, I could probably just get lethal next turn. They have, yeah. Okay. Ooh, and I get a nice little Sire Ginger trigger. Do I want that? I think it's kind of weak, you know? All right, Karn down. They got 3 cards in hand. No ring. I'm surprised they didn't draw in response to the, you know, in my main phase before the Saga got to resolve. Okay, Sire Ginger is, you know, open for removal now, but That's a really weird way to spend your dismember. Like, the Karn is dying anyway, and after it dies, you can take out the much scarier threat on my battlefield. Let's see if they can hit Tron here. They don't. Needle. Maybe Saga? Versus Saga. Can I kill from 16? Ooh, this will turn off the Sire Ginger triggers for, well, for creatures, I guess. But Cauldron Familiar is not going to work. Okay. Ooh. Got the Charmaw. Can we kill? I can sack, make one. That's 1, 2. That's 5 plus 2 sacks. I'll try for it. Let's go. How do I need to sequence this? Okay. Miss on that. Dispute this away. We'll get a trigger. All right, let's see. Let's bottom that. Exile another synthesizer. Draw 2. So now if we go Anvil plus sack something, 9. I don't think I can kill them here, which makes me probably just want to Charmaw away the Urza's Mine. Make sure they can't get Tron next turn. If I dispute, this goes to 6. And then I can sack another treasure, take it to 7. Yeah, let's just Charmaw. Still get the, oh, should I leave that on top? I don't think we need that. Okay, make sure you can't blow up your mana production. Hit you for 9. I think this should be writing on the wall. We got a lot of power in play. Okay. Charmaw looking great. I haven't played a lot with Charmaw. Okay, well, they got a 1 ring. They can't activate it, but this will protect them for a turn. It's definitely unfortunate. I can drain them for 2. All right. What do we want to get? Probably, I guess I could get Witch's Oven, loop this Familiar a couple times. I still don't have green mana, so let's do that. All right. Let's go Oni Cult Anvil, Cauldron Familiar. Sack Cauldron Familiar. Oh, I forgot Familiar leaves leaves play. That's okay. We don't need another one of those. All right. Pass the turn. Clock's ticking, opponent. And they They still don't. They still. Well, I guess they could have Tron here, but it's unlikely. Should hopefully be the writing on the wall. Alrighty. Awesome. So, got the win there against Eldrazi Tron, getting the 3-2 with Jund Novelist. Definitely a sweet deck. I'm really excited about this. 2 losses to Domain. You know, that could be, I don't know how popular that deck's going to be moving forward. Definitely that was strong against us, and the sideboard could use some work, I think. But that was pretty sweet. I think Novelist was, you know, really impressive. I think the synergy in that deck is just so strong. And the fact that it's like a artifact sacrifice deck, but the combo doesn't actually use any activated abilities of artifacts, and everything is just triggers and, you know, the enchantment activation. I think it makes it even, you know, you can combo through Karn the Great Creator, which a lot of like Saga combo decks like Sultai Timeslip can't do that. So I think this has a lot of upside to it. It can close the game pretty quick with those constructs and the drains from Cauldron Familiar and Oni Cult Anvil. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm glad it worked out. If you made it to this part of the video, thanks for watching, and I'll probably be making some more videos with this archetype.